well met, lords and ladies. Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... You know the common cliche that a YouTuber will tell you sometimes where they say something like, oh, I didn't intend to make this video today, and then they'll give some sort of elaborate reason why they felt forced and compelled to deliver the video that you are watching at that given moment in time. Well, half of that is true in my case. I didn't intend to make this video today. However, I was not forced. I was compelled because I've been keeping an eye, partly because of Treepop, actually, considering that I am still working through... I'm now my second batch of lines for Treepop out of 3. There's a third one that I don't think I was told about, but I found anywhere on the community tab, because, again, I'm keeping tabs on the tab. And on there, I happened to see that while I was scrolling through, that it seemed like Flowerpot 1300 was actually about to hit 300 subscribers, and it was going to happen any day now, and that day is today, as of this video being recorded. Probably was yesterday when you watched the VOD, but hi VOD users. Anyway, so congratulations to Flowerpot 1300 on 300 subscribers, and what better way to celebrate that than by continuing to tear down into the content that you yourself do not like? Hooray! I'm such a nice person. But hey, because I'm such a nice person, why would I want to go on this endeavor alone? It seems like somebody else wants to join me on this venture today and relish in the news, both that of the channel itself and of Nebula, as is the title of the video. We'll get to that in a second, but for now, let's introduce KW.
Congratulations, congratulations, you have hit your mark. Congratulations, congratulations, here's a cake for you.
I'm impressed that you managed to make that into a parody of the Fun song from SpongeBob.
I was applying to do that, and I just realized, oh, I am using the beat of the Fun song. Let's just go with it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think that's one of the only SpongeBob songs that they didn't translate. And the reason being that obviously they spell out visually the word fun on screen, so it's kind of hard to do that. Because, like, the word fun in English has 3 letters. In Spanish, it has, like, 8 off the top of my head, I think. Maybe more, so would not have worked. The other one I didn't do that for is the Campfire song, another one that's spelled out visually, actually. So I guess they're consistent. Yeah. They didn't do that with Teen Titans Go, because Teen Titans Go has so many words on the screen all the time that if they didn't dub every single time a word appeared on the screen, there would not be a Spanish dub. So you can understand that one. Yeah. That's I guess that's through exposure therapy. There you go. Teen Titans Go, teaching Spanish kids English. It serves a purpose. We finally found out. All right.
Oh god, Tina's Go.
Oh, okay. So apparently Eli's on a choir camp right now, which sounds very fun, actually. So yeah, hope that she's enjoying that for right now, and she'll probably watch the VOD later. She usually does.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Who else have we got? We've got Josh, we've got Fox, and we've got Treepop, who I mentioned earlier. All right. And as for today's video, what we have is Season 3, Episode 9. Oh, whoa. Yep, I keep forgetting that new restream plays the video immediately, so I don't have time to set anything up. Okay. Season 3, Episode 9, Nebula's News.
Dun.
Complete with, it seems, like a song halfway through, which is realistic because you think, okay, we would have to see the entire gig. If the setting is that they're performing some sort of concert, as the jazz pops, well, as any pop group is known to do in Totally TV, then I guess that's where we open up, just at the very end, which means that Eli went through the effort of producing a song and then also only using parts of it, which, also can appreciate as someone who, well, we can appreciate that because we recorded a full-length version of Mythical, but we only released the short one because that's the intro.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, we're biding our time for that. Okay, I guess we're, without further ado, on with the review. Okay.
Oh boy.
Yep. First problem right away. We have one single take, and yet there are 8 characters on the screen. I realize that can be somewhat haunting if we have 8 people who all sound exactly identical, but I would have just said maybe like, I don't know, 4 potentially. That would have been a nice round number maybe here. Just so we know it's not one person and everyone else is lip syncing and don't realize that they're not fully mic'd. Anyway, Tripple's going to bring back some season 1 episodes, only 2 of them. Oh, well, I mean, that's good and all. I think we actually reviewed most of season 1 anyway. It's seasons 2 and 3 that are the missing gaps at the moment. Oh, the songs from season 1. Okay, that makes sense too, actually. I mean, yeah, but I always have to write a song, from scratch every time. I, for one, know that Mermaid Melody actually reused a bunch of the same songs over and over and over again. As much as I love that show, I do in fact skip a lot of the songs actually, with some exceptions. With some exceptions because some of them are just too good to skip, but the other ones are like, yeah, okay, I've heard this one before. Yeah. Yeah. The question is which 7 are lip syncing. I'm gonna guess it's Ebony Pop because it's obviously Eli herself singing right now, and that's Eli's self-insert. So Ebony Pop is the one singing, and everyone else is just miming. They didn't record a studio album version, so they didn't realize this.
Yeah. Woo, yeah, woo, yeah, let's go, yeah, amazing.
Thanks for coming to our concert today. We had a lot of fun. We all hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, next concert. Man, that clapping was consistent throughout. Hey, great performance, everyone. Thanks, we all did a wonderful job. After all that, I'm a bit hungry, though. Performing is exhausting. Say it with me. Classic Earth Pop. My goodness, that gets more of a laugh nowadays than Neutral. I never thought that would happen. Oh, Earth. Well, that may be true, but it still is heaps of fun. I love performing in front of our fans. You know what? I'm waiting for the day that, the Jazz Pops make a cameo somewhere, whether it's in a Treat Pop video or another Eli video somewhere in the future, as guest appearances and classic Earth Pop becomes canonized. It's happened before that something I say on a Gacha review video, it becomes canon.
I
just will it into existence.
That was a Tree Bunch Trust Pop videos you watched the other day, and I saw the collab with the ballet pups, and I think I was in a nightmare or something, just trying to watch that all the way through, because I'm just like, what is happening? And then, but no, what's worse is that they just completely forget that, oh yeah, what happened to this particular ballet pop? Oh, she got taken. And then the next video, they're doing something else, and I'm just like, excuse me? What about your friend who was taken? It's so...
Yeah, like I've seen episodic series where, they go through some sort of like very wacky adventure, and then the status quo gets reset for the next episode, and so on and so forth. But that doesn't usually happen when they very clearly set up a part 2 of something or have like an unresolved plot point. Usually they try to wrap things up in some way before they do that.
Like, I get that that's what, like, a theme or whatever, but at the same time, though, I feel like if you're going to do like collab and stuff like that, I feel like you need to stick to it, because if you're just going to make it, oh, we're just going to do something else entirely, it's going to fail. I feel like I'm so glad I'm not watching Dream on Dress Ball very much anymore, because I feel like I'm going to get like a major headache, and I'm going to say something that's not particularly nice.
I would encourage you to stick it out for at least the rest of season 4, because I happen to know that episode 10 is going to be quite, well, I don't know if a major step up, but it's definitely going to have more in it to enjoy.
I see. Okay then.
Did I see the community post with Treat Pop that said which episode season 1 do I want to? What do you want to see? What you specifically, Josh? Like, what episode do you? I think that was probably for you to see, if that's the case. If you're saying that what episode you want to see, then
I'm so confused with Josh. Like, I told you I talk to Josh anymore just because he gets so confusing with me. I'm just like, what is a boy? Not to be mean, I just get so confused.
Okay, well, if you mean like what episode season 1 do we want to see, get remade or something, or return?
All episodes. I want to remake and redo and be 10 times better if that's the case.
Yeah, I would say, as many as possible, hopefully in the order that they were released in and intended to be in, unlike episode 8 that came out before episode 7, actually. But
what?
Yeah, that was part of the video, remember? That I got asked to watch episode 8, even though there was no episode 7. I thought, by this point, I'm already through the looking glass right now. Episode 5 does not follow on from 4. 6 does follow on from 5. Why would 8 be any different? Let's just see what goes on. I'm now curious, however, to see how episode 7 fits in between those two, considering that the order of the numbers are still the same.
I don't think I was drunk when I was watching that and missed all of that. I don't think.
This is KW's first drinking experiences. Tries watching Dream. Actually, I think I told this story once, but towards like the end of university, I actually I was talking to one of the people on my course who I didn't actually know too well because she wasn't really showing up to many classes beforehand, but she was there towards the end, and because she had a change of she had a bit of a character arc actually. Because she thought like she joined the group thinking that she was like way too advanced for it or something. It was merely a formality and she would just get the grades or whatever, didn't have to go to the modules. Then she realized what she was missing out on and letting other people down by not attending, including one of my own director's sessions actually that I had to heavily restructure. But yeah, like afterwards, after like apologizing for that and also saying like, oh, this is what's been going on. Like, it's basically the festival, going through her character arc. She actually mentioned that, she sometimes like to partake in the devil's grass, so to speak, and she viewed fellow devil's grass partakers as an untapped market for the mutant girl, which because she herself had seen it while high apparently, and it seemed like I think her logic is that like everything becomes like 10 times funnier, so if something's already a joke or something, so all the emotions get heightened, which probably means that like anything would be better. Well, in theory, according to her, while intoxicated. I'm not gonna propagate that message. I'm just saying, like, according to her, by that logic, it seems like that would be the case. Not wishing to find out, but in any case, I guess it seemed like Gacha particularly has some of that. Which, to be perfectly honest, it seems like to any intoxicated adults out there, that maybe they're some of they make up some of the numbers that people are wondering where people come from. You know, those like positive commenters on some of the videos where you think like, how can someone really possibly be into this? That could be why. Maybe everyone's high.
That's probably good. Oh my god. Maybe that's why Mighty thinks she's so good and an amazing person, because she is high.
Okay, probably not in her case.
Probably not, but still,
Yeah.
you gotta wonder. You gotta wonder.
Yeah, I'm also mean, you know, people like, you know, like enjoying certain types of videos, like the one that I watched yesterday, for example. Although that one, people don't seem to be into that channel as much anymore. But yeah,
I didn't watch
the
that
general
because
nature of them.
I was concerned when I saw that thumbnail and title. I was just like, oh god, what's going to happen?
Yeah. As soon as I saw the title, of Quadsy's YouTube recommendation, I was like, okay, I gotta check this out now. A title like this screams review me, you know.
And I
It's one of those.
I was about to start rewatching Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beasts when I saw this, and I entered during the weird conversation again.
Oh yeah, actually, wait. Oh yeah, you did recommend that to me, Ghost Kitty. Like after that video finished. I think it's because I also talked about the Owl House during that video. Because people.
Oh yeah, you talk about it during the on the community post too. Like you say you're gonna rewatch it or something like that.
Yes, that's why I mentioned it specifically, because I was like, I need a palate cleanser, and I mentioned the Owl House already, so I'm just gonna. That's my palate cleanser. There we go. But yeah, like I said in that video, that there was one thing that that video and the Owl House had in common. And before I finished my sentence, everyone was like, "How dare you compare that masterpiece to this disaster?" It's like, I'm going somewhere with this. Give me a moment.
Oh.
What? Okay, yeah, but what I was trying to say was that because of like how they had to rush season 3, yes, but even despite having to do that, what the Owl House team did was they turned what was very clearly supposed to be entirely separate episodes into like one montage, because you can tell from some of those things they're not like following like a super sequential order necessarily. They kind of are, but like at the same time, it's like, okay, I can see a beginning, middle, and end to this particular scene here. That was clearly an episode that didn't happen. So at least they gave everyone the story in a very succinct manner that they were trying to get, because they were forced to. In the case of independent internet production with no studio oversight, there was no need for that, and so that's why it was not as acceptable not to try.
I see.
Yeah.
Also, I saw that dress review. It was like, I forgot to make okay because we were on a road trip. Drew, do you not know how YouTube works? Because here's a little fun fact. Okay, here's a little thing. Go to your YouTube channel, click on Manage Videos, and click on an episode that wasn't supposed to come out, and just make it private. And so when the actual episode you need to work on and comes out, you can private.
Yeah, there is. I also said the other option would be that you can just schedule some of these videos. You can say like, oh yeah, this video is going to come out on such and such date at such and such time.
That's
and
true.
Yeah.
You can't make excuses. I'm sorry. I'm on a road trip. That's why I forgot or whatever. Like, hey,
yeah, I'm also surprised that you were like producing episode 8 at the same time. But then again, you're working on episode 10 currently, so I'm guessing they're all sort of being made roughly around the same time. Which, to be perfectly honest, that actually kind of does seem a bit more like a TV production schedule where all the animators are working on like different scenes for different episodes at each time. Maybe I should be comparing you to the Owl House.
Like, here's the thing though. Like, I sometimes forget stuff too because I'm doing something else. But I don't try to make an excuse for it. I'm like, okay, I need to figure out how to get things together. Like, I figure things out. Like, I try to make excuses. Sometimes I do, but not try to.
We've got to work this out.
Oh, God. Why?
I did your
Why?
job. I turned a sentence into a song.
Ah!
All right, back to the video. Okay. Well, that may be true, but it still is heaps of fun. I love performing in front of our fans. Honestly, same. I've given exactly 2 concerts, quote in quotes. Only one of them with my own songs, and I was like, that was honestly really fun to do.
Conference cycle, conference cycle.
Anyway, remember what Karina said? That is what we call an Aiden transition. This is the way that Aiden will change a subject in the middle of a conversation. But when you're doing it casually in conversation, that still works. But in writing, it becomes more awkward. I guess they are talking to each other, but I don't know. It just feels like narratively, it's like, oh, okay, now we're on to this. Almost like there was no point doing the concert just now. I guess maybe they need like an opening to this. Anyway, wait, what did she say? Oh yeah, you weren't there. Karina told us something important a few days ago. She said that our performance today, there'll be a special announcement. Oh yeah, that's right. But wait, performance is over. So is there this announcement? Did the announcement not happen? I forgot that happened. So I guess that's why the performance was here, but okay. Okay, it's on the radio, on the jazz channel, but I don't know where a radio is. I'm sorry, she told you this a few days ago, and you didn't think to buy a radio in order to listen to the jazz channel if it was that important? If you've had several days of preparation time, you can just do that. In fact, you know what? I'm sure that Celeste, the spaceship, can capture radio frequency from Earth. So why not just use that? Yeah, okay. Oh, don't know. What says to sending you one? Okay, I guess the spaceship can send a radio instead. That works. Sure, why not? It just falls on top of one of their heads or something. It's like that one scene in Victorious where someone drops a car battery on Jade. And yes, that actually happens. Sending in radio.
What the?
That is not a radio. That, in fact, is a stereo speaker. That is a machine designed to amplify sound and connect to other devices, but does not connect to radio frequencies directly, as radios are known to do. I feel like I'm in an actually episode. Actually, that's not a radio.
Actually, that's not a radio. That is a gigabyte 267-E3 equals MC square. Radio dash E, and there's a frequency called the dash 4, and radio only has a dash 3, and it.
Yeah. Something that's how you've changed as a human being when you go back and watch the first episode of iCarly and listen to Freddy's techno jargon for the first time in years and actually understand most of what he says.
Oh God, I hate when that happened to me. Because when I was a little kid who's just this 10-year-old or something like that, and our guy is playing, I don't understand what Freddy says, but it's so awesome. And then years later in the future, rewatching iCarly fully to try and remember everything you know about iCarly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not magic words. It's just regular science.
Yeah, no, it's actual, technical equipment. Which means that writers did their research for the record, but, still, it was, it's a certain moment was I guess because, if anything, we sort of followed, we sort of tried to follow the life path promised to us in iCarly. Here we are on the internet performing to an audience. But yeah. So I guess we kind of had to know a lot of this stuff. Anyway, into every video has to. Oh, so sorry, two say something about different things. Actually, it's just a radio that looks exactly like a stereo, only it's not a stereo. Majesty didn't want to admit that she hadn't figured out every like nuance of human technology yet. Which is actually kind of realistic. She has magic, for crying out loud. She wouldn't know everything necessarily.
So I just realized Treatment Trust Pop has really bad grammar. I thought mine was bad, but
you only just noticed that now. We've been memeing that for the past week.
No, I know, but every time I see it, I just like, oh yeah, that's bad grammar. Oh god.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, so sorry, I interrupted a Rickroll that was in the middle of happening, which is interesting because we normally normally a Rickroll will start off with like at the beginning of the song rather than okay, all right then. Oops, wrong channel. And that's all the breaking news from this hour. If anyone had announcements to get through, then they've missed them. Too bad. Now back to 24/7 Jazz FM. Okay, so you had like the music change, which implies that it's diegetic, but you also have like the stereo saying music plays. Okay. Anyway. Don't worry. Celeste is sending one random pop. Oh, that's great, because in my radio. Oh, well, replacement time. Welcome back to 24/7 Jazz FM. I hope you enjoyed those 5 seconds of music. That's all you paid for. I'm your host, Nigel Smith. I think I recognize that name, actually. That's the announcer from Disco Pops. Anyway, let's give a brief look at the weather before we move on to our special guest, Karina from the villainous group, the Star Tribe. It's probably not her. I think it's like probably the unknown villain making an announcement of some kind, and they weren't supposed to hear this, even though it's a public access radio. I don't know. It's like if Amon went, oh, and by the way, I really hope the Avatar does not hear what my plans are. Everyone else is free to listen, except the Avatar. I cannot stress that enough for my part of my plan.
Oh god!
And if a certain Avatar is listening right now, I have only this to say to her. Change the channel, please. Please do it. No, seriously, I'm not ready yet. Now I have the image in my head that, like, underneath the mask, Amon was just like an awkward nerd the whole time. If I ever do a Legend of Korra bridge, that's what I'll do as a joke. So keep the voice the exact same, but just like every mannerism he has. Oh, wasn't I the guy Ebony was fanning over in season 1 of the Christmas episode? Oh, okay, that's where I know the name from. I knew the name Nigel was familiar. Either way, nice callback. Yeah. Everywhere is sunny today, with a bit of clouds here and there. I'm the weather reporter now, it's a different character.
Jeez.
In north, except for winds of about 35 kilometers per hour, with temperatures of about 29 degrees. I didn't say that.
Wow.
Anyway, in the south, you can expect temperatures of about 26 degrees Celsius. I said it this time now, with cool breezes. In the east and the west is about 25 for you both, with mild breezes. Now on to our special guest, who has a very interesting history. Please welcome Nebula.
Yeah, just a funny little story about weather news. So
Yeah.
there's this guy who like would listen to K-pop music, right? And so when he goes to share like the weather news or whatever, he will find some ways to put in the K-pop like music lyrics into his like news. So like I guess like for like a week or something like that, he was listening to Blackpink or whatever, and
So just ends the broadcast by saying how you like that or something.
literally.
I'm counting that. I'm counting that as Oracle powers. I bet like a few people really appreciate that, and then like the studio, they like the TV studio was like, please never do that again. Okay. Anyways, Nebula's here, who I actually voiced. So wait, Nebula. Thanks for having me on, Nigel. It's great to be here and on your show. So I need to wait for the pause thing to sign it. Oh, awesome! So, as I've heard, you used to chase down the Super Pops as a bungler. Just as well, like the text, you know, sort of like gives you the connotations of like who's talking, because it could be a bit confusing if people didn't know the characters well enough.
Right.
Oh, please don't remind me. That was previous me. I am way past being evil. Evil? No!
I'm evil. Where I
If I had a nickel for every time that I was requested to voice a cloaked villainous boss who pretends not to be evil, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't much, but it's weird that it happened twice. I think I gave them the same voice too, or something. I didn't know. Like, Nebula's more down here. I am the cloaked master. That was me. Yes, of course. Okay. You liar.
It's rigged! Fake news! Rigged!
I aim to make the world a better place now.
Codemaster 2024.
What?
So you know how wait, you know how we vote in America, right? For like presidents and stuff like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, voting is a pretty much a universal thing in most
Right,
like,
no,
democratic but
I didn't know it was like different, okay? But anyways. So when we have like candidates or whatever, and we want people to like vote for this person, we would say this person 2020 or whatever, like depending like the year or whatever. So that's why I did Clickmaster 2024 because you know.
Okay, yeah. All right. Being a bungler was a long time ago, and I have changed. I saw how wrong it was.
Oh,
Kind
God.
of weird you have my past history as a bungler, but not my present history as a Star Tribe leader to draw from. Maybe I'm much better at keeping it a secret, considering that I know I go by Cloaked Master. So now, I may have done many things for charity in order to put my past sorry, I did say may have. So now I have done many things for charity in order to put my past behind. Watch the watch the charities be like secret, like, you know, like villainous fronts or something, like all the funds get embezzled back into like the Star Tribe activities. Yeah, sure. Like what? Stealing all the food from homeless people? I mean, I want to. I don't know if I'm counting as a classic Earth pop thing. It is food related, but it's not for her specifically. So, yeah.
No, it's not. Also, what if like Nebula's gonna say, like me stealing food from homeless people, I was stealing from people who were pretending to be homeless people because they're actually very much rich.
No, can you?
I
That
was
would be
just
like you could like answer in the middle of like a broadcast or something. It's like Earthpop, he can't hear you. Oh, that's right. Sorry. Oh, don't mention it. Anyways, I am a changed man.
I heard that. Anyways, as you can see,
One of my favorite cliches is the cliche of like you're probably shocked to hear it now. I don't know. This is a recording, and then like someone will try and speak back to the recording, and the person will like accurately guess what they're like actually saying.
oh my god, that's what happened in Ninjago. Literally, I was watching an episode of Ninjago, and they're like, "Oh my god, so glad what is going on?" So you're probably wondering what's going on, and they're like, "Oh, so now you're gonna tell me this is gonna be a recorded message? This is a recorded message about what's happening." It's just style.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, please, no one is that bad or powerful. And to any of those who think I'm not that bad or powerful, allow me to dispel the rumors. That's a nostalgic weird joke. Actually, the person who said that line was doing an Amon impression. You know, just to bring it back full circle. Anyway. That is amazing. What charities have you donated to? I thought he meant that he started his own charity. That's why I mentioned like the whole embezzled funds thing. I thought it was like, oh, you may start your own organization. Anyway, oh, let me think. I have noticed so many. I can't keep count. No, it's okay. Just name one. Which one to name? You know. I mean, there's so many. It's like, oh, the names are a blur, you know? It's like, oh, yes, give. That's clearly, names. Toys for Tots. Yes, that's one I've donated to. That's, yes, that I've given many, toys to many, tots.
Oh my god, Ghost kidding.
So I hear you were previously a bungler. Yes, but I'm into real estate now. Psst, boss, we're still villains. Shut up, microphone, you're ruining this. Is the microphone sentient? Is that how that works?
I mean, I forgot what was the comedian who was like a ventriloquist or whatever, and he was like testing the microphone to see if it like worked or not, and things happened with the microphone. I because he made the microphone talk or whatever, so it became like a sentient being.
Oh, I actually did that once when I got my first mic in 2018. Yes, it took me that long to get a microphone for my YouTube videos. People wonder why I didn't get any subscribers during that time. I actually made like a video showcasing that microphone, and I also found that was the same month where I discovered that my recording software at the time had a text-to-speech function. So I could literally type in, I would just use a text-to-speech in like the editor, and it would come off, and I'd be able to edit something there. So then I was like, okay, I have a new piece of tech, and I have a text-to-speech robotic voice. There's only one solution here, so I made Will the Mic for like one episode. I never used it. Used it once again. Anyway,
Oh, okay. So I was also talking about because he like hit the microphone. The microphone's like, "You hit me." What? I said you hit me. And
oh, okay.
you see if I can like find it.
While Pop's listening to this and calling me a liar, and to that Pop I say, zip it and change the channel if you're not interested. Anyway, I donated a large amount to Team C's a little while ago. I think Team C's was recently established when this came out. This was 2021. I've also run a marathon to raise awareness of kidney cancer. Fantastic! Why is there no footage of that? It was a small-scale marathon. It wasn't filmed. Anyway, then cleaned the streets last Earth Day, donated blood, and much more. You know something I'm wondering actually? If a magical person with much magical powers like donates their blood, and they happen to have been born with their magic, do they transfer that over to the person who's like got a blood transfusion? That would be an amazing story if it just so
Oh.
happens that like there's like I don't like imagine like there's some sort of like chosen one prophecy or something. The chosen one fails, but it just so happens they were a blood donor, and the one person to receive their transfusion like now has like that responsibility. It's like, I guess you're chosen now. What's your name again?
Oh God.
I'm gonna go keep that somewhere. Let's Ghost Kitty wants to write that down. The endless list of story ideas.
Write it down. Write it down. Oh.
Anyway, wow, I sure would like to get evil blood. That'd probably turn me into a villain. You know, another good point. If someone has evil in their blood in whatever magic system they have, would that just like every now and then? Because like usually with like blood donations, you go up this like you only get like donate like a certain amount. I can't remember if it was like a liter or something that you can like do, but that's like the maximum. I'm not really sure. But there's like a safe amount they're supposed to withdraw, so you don't go into like some sort of like shock or something. So but yeah, like I guess that would mean like every now and then they have like random bouts of like evil. It just like overtakes their personality or something.
Oh God.
What do
I need? Oh, Ghost Kitty's like, what do I need to write?
So it's like I don't want to wait in line anymore. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. This was your place. Okay, let me just sorry, evil blood hasn't filtered it out of my system yet. Come on, kidneys, work. Anyway.
Imagine.
Is there like a procedure it's like speaking of kidneys, it's like a dialysis machine where they can like filter out evil blood? I'm thinking like way too much about this.
You are. I'm just showing off what everything is saying right now. I'm just like, oh my God, he's really thinking hard on this.
It's just like there's so many things that people.
Transfusion version.
Okay, the Jekyll and Hyde thing was like what I just mentioned now. The thing before was that I mentioned that, some sort of like chosen one like fails and like, dies before they can complete their prophecy or something, but they happen to have been a blood donor and like one person will see the blood transfusion from them. So they now have whatever magical powers that person used to have before. So yeah.
That's the thing that Ghost Kitty needs to write down.
Yes, that's the thing Ghost Kitty needs to write down. Exactly. Okay. Yeah.
It's gonna be one of those long anime titles. The day I find out I have someone else's chosen power.
That's either an anime title or a YouTube video. Oh my goodness, that would be a great game show idea. Anime title or YouTube video. That's like around in like a game show somewhere. We have to.
Yes.
Anyway, that was I bet he has done none of those things. Wow, whoa, Nebula, you really have changed to the good side. You know what this kind of reminds me of? This is going to sound a little bit weird again. Not as weird as the Owl House thing from yesterday, but still. Does anyone remember when Jake Paul made a song where, like, after trying to respond to the criticism, it's like, 2017, the height of, Jake Paul controversies getting, like, widespread media attention. He made a song, just all about, like, how, none of the good deeds that he did, like, spreading the news and such. I think it was called That Ain't on the News, actually. That was the song title. And so he just went through like a bunch of different things, like, where was y'all at when something happened, something, I did this and blah, blah, blah. And, that ain't on the news. And that was the chorus. Yeah. And people, said like, it's good you did all those things, but don't use them as a defense if you're still doing all this other stuff at the same time. And who knows, maybe Nebula is doing all these good charitable deeds. Probably not, but if he is, it still doesn't change the fact that ultimately having a net negative effect on the world. That's yeah.
I just realized there were other people with the last name Paul, because I was also thinking about Logan Paul, but I'm like, wait, no, that's something else entirely.
Well, that's Jake Paul's older brother, so it's they're connected.
Oh!
Are you like the only person who didn't know that Logan and Jake Paul were brothers?
I didn't know Jake Paul existed.
They very much coexisted. Oh my.
Look, man, I cannot keep up with every controversy that's going on. Like,
I mean, where were you for like the entirety of 2017? Is my question.
I was probably doing something. Coloring?
Okay, sure. I just realized in 2017 you would have probably been at like the upper end of Jake and Logan Paul's target audience, so I guess not being aware of them was probably a blessing in disguise.
Literally. Because every time I see something about Logan Paul, I'm like, who is this guy? Oh, is he a boxer? Okay, so who cares?
I mean, he is now.
Right.
He's more known as an ex-Viner and YouTuber than he is as a boxer. But yes. He was one of people who popularized like YouTuber boxing matches. That was one of his big things, yeah.
And then something about Crypto Zoo, and yep.
Oh yeah, that I'm not sure, but eventually at some point the Paul brothers became old news because they were just doing like increasingly bizarre things in order to end up with and with more media attention and relevance, which then of course would feed the commentary YouTubers who would get guaranteed views whenever they talked about something that they had done, and it just kind of it was a vicious circle of 2017 content.
People who like share the news. So Logan, what did Logan Paul do now?
Pretty much, yes. That was kind of what happened. It was mostly Jake at the time. Logan Paul, until 2018, until January 2018, Logan Paul didn't like get super major stuff. If anything, he was actually the only thing I think he was like talked about for was actually the diss track on Jake Paul. I don't know. But yeah, then after January 2018, that the roles kind of reversed because he's kind of point of no return there.
Skinny, hearing the story idea of Jacob, my mind immediately thought of the name, The Golden Blood, as a title, which I eliminate.
Hey, it makes as much sense as Saturn being a true soul. Still know what that's about. Have you received that? Have you like got any clarification on that yet in your Baldur's Gate 3 playthroughs?
No, not yet.
Okay, yep, sure. All right.
I just discovered that the guy who voices Astarion has done like live streams, playthroughs, and everything, because I'm following a video that's like oh dang, I forgot his name. I keep forgetting his name. Like his actual name. I hate when I have to say, oh, the guy who voices this character or something like that, because I want to know people's names. It's so frustrating.
Okay, so yeah, the man behind Asteria, your favorite vampire, just won a big award. Neil Newben, apparently.
Okay, Neil Newben. Okay, I saw a video. Neil Newben being chaotic for 10 minutes straight in Baldur's Gate's live streams for 10, and I'm just like, what? And I'm just watching his live streams. I'm just like, oh my god, he killed so many of his party members, including Astarion. Why? Why?
There can only be one.
Like, even the guy who's Gale is just like, what are you doing? Are you trying to kill all of us?
I will say, if I voiced a character in a video game, I probably would also, want to try to go against myself at the very least, just to see what would happen. or just like make fun of like whatever of the character itself, but in that character's voice. Just like a pervert imitator, like, ooh, look at me, I'm a Asterion. It's like when a bully tries to mock you, but 100% more efficient, because it actually is you. Anyway. Oh, I assure you, I am much better than I used to. Oh yeah, once episode 10 comes out, oh wait, no, episode 10. Once like Angel Pops comes out, I voice the Cloak Master in that, so I / Nebula, so I can literally do that. Well, let's go now. I haven't heard from Nino in some time. Anyway, I am now focused on helping the environment, and I will continue to do so. By ridding the world of the detrimental pollution that is the Jazz Pops. I don't know.
Lols!
I love it! I guess you'll do a lot of environmental stuff if you win. Oh, it could be a voting thing, actually. You could be on the voting thing.
Clubmaster 2024 or whenever this video came out, yeah.
2021, close enough. If he wins, oh no. What is he planning to win? I don't know, but it's probably something bad. Attention, everyone. This is your president / prime minister. I don't know what government we have right now. I hereby resign of my own free will. And I'm not being hypnotized in any way. All right, time to run some elections. Goodbye. Anyway. Oh, that's right. The listeners probably don't know. Oh, sorry, this is again, wrong character. Oh, that's right! The listeners probably don't know. That's better. Nebula, would you like to tell them? Of course. I know I know it is next week and I have joined late, but I am running for mayor. Okay, so not by president or prime minister yet, but hey, you're working your way up in the ranks, I suppose. It's like that episode of Sonic X where he's like, bring me the person in charge! I am the mayor of this city! Hand me the control of this planet! I can't really do that. I had to like throw my high ups. Well then, call them!
Yes! Oh my god! And David was just like putting his hand against his head, and he's just like, oh my god, this is gonna be harder than I thought. Like,
yeah, some parts of government work can't all be bad. Anyway, you have got to be kidding me. He said he didn't want to take over the world, though. That is the reason he left. And we all know that mayors of one random city have control over the entire world. Isn't that right? That's how government works.
government. I know about government. It's filled with lies and truths that you never know about everything of the world. Government.
You can rule the planet if you are the mayor of the city. Anyway, taking over the town is the biggest taking over the world, though. Yeah, thanks, Ebony Pop. That someone speaks reason today. It's a lot easier to take over a town when it has a small population. Not easy enough for... Not for the town that you 8 live in, and has not been able to do so. Run for, like, a mayor in literally any other city. That would probably be better, I think. Anyway. Hello, everyone. I'm going to give my job to someone totally willing. Psst, Micro, you getting this audio? Shut up, both of you. Hashtag Mayor Nebula. There you go. Yeah. Mayor
Wow.
Nebula 2021. That's what it is. So if you do end up winning the mayoral position, what will you do for our town? I will declare superheroes illegal. Probably. That's, yeah, most likely. Anyway. I am planning to have more community cleanup days, less school hours, and more pay.
Did you get that line from Chloe Bourgeois during Miraculous season 5 episode something or whatever?
Oh, you mean like this line on screen right now? The one that I just said, like
the one that you just said like, I declare all heroes like banned or illegal.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually totally forgot that she said that, but I do know what you're talking about now. That might just be in there somewhere. I don't know. Because I watched all of Miraculous in like one go, pretty much. So it's
That's
probably
fair.
deeply buried. I don't know.
That's fair.
Plus, everyone who votes for me will get free ice creams, even though votes are supposed to be anonymous, so I won't know who to give the ice creams to, necessarily.
Red flags, we hate so much of red flags, red flags. Why do you have to be so red?
Well, free ice creams do sound yum. Okay, that one counts classic.
They are pop.
He probably only set out to get votes. What? No. When has anyone ever promised a reward for positively reinforcing them or anything like that? That's definitely not a thing someone would do. Who would have ever guessed that? You know, McDonald's just hands out toys for no reason. So what if they're your child's favorite fast food restaurant? That's a coincidence. He might not even give any ice creams to anyone. That sounds absolutely delicious, especially as voting day seems to be a harder day. Next episode is the Star Tribe completing the great ice cream heist to create a shortage of ice cream and like have Nebula as the only supplier. So everyone who was just desperate for an ice cream is forced to vote for Nebula, and that's how you turn the polls around in the last few days of the election going on. There you go. I say next episode, I just remember next episode is the season finale, so probably not. Never mind. Yes, that is one reason why I chose to give them out. Well, you have my vote. Make sure you give me an ice cream afterward. And by the way, I like chocolate. I'll be sure to hand you a chocolate ice cream then. That's right. Me personally, I will I will give everyone of voting age in the middle of a city that happens to vote for me an ice cream myself, and that will not take several days. You know, based on the maths alone. Yeah. That's not fair. It's one of my favorite flavors. What? Then get it also. Like, I mean, not that they plan to vote for him anyway, but like, even if you did, you would still be able to get a chocolate. It's not like you have to get one person gets one flavor and then no one else can have that flavor again. There's only so many ice cream flavors in the world that are like easily accessible. There's like a worldwide ice cream heist or something, which again would be an entertaining episode for sure. Oh my, I just realized something. Can you imagine if like this, like across the across the season, like some of the like ingredients that the Star Tribe have been like collecting or something. Like one episode they go after like a sugar plantation or something, and then another episode they have like they go like to like a dairy farm or whatever, and then just yeah, it just turns out that they were preparing for the ice cream stunt the entire season, and this was the master plan.
Like, oh no, they must be doing something evil. The last episode of the season finale. Ice cream! Can't you get into your ice cream? Ice cream! Wait, what? There's nothing really evil? No! It's
well, I
villain!
mean,
No.
the evil part would come after taking over the town, but you know.
No, it's like, no. It's our day off. It's no villains. It's a no villain day.
It's a no villain day, but like every plan up to that point had been preparing for no villain day.
Exactly.
Okay.
Come on, that has to be a funny pop episode where all the villains like, whoa, what do you think of all these ingredients? And the pop's like, oh my god, we're going to do something evil. No villain day.
It's like the opposite of the Purge. Everyone's good for a day.
Every year, there's one day where the bunglers cannot do evil. Will they survive or will they cry? Find out in the Jazz Pop series.
Yeah. You see, human beings just have a natural desire to be kind to each other. We don't have to explain the science. The reverse purge just works. What is purge spelled backwards? Egrup. The egrup just works. Isn't there an anime called Mr. Villain's Day Off? There's a movie called Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I don't know about that one. Maybe there is. Pretty short-lived anime if it's a one day off. Could be maybe it's an OVA. I don't know.
Oh, Ghost Kitty is actually right.
How many episodes did it have?
Let's see. That
sounds like an OVA title for me.
12 episodes.
Oh, okay. So it's a typical anime length season. Okay. One for each hour in the day before the villain goes to sleep. I don't know.
I beat you, Josh. I answered before you did.
Wow.
You know why? Because I am an anime nerd. And anime nerds will have to type super fast because he studied Japanese for many years because how much anime they watch.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to help Nebula running for mayor? Great! Mayor in Spanish is alcalde.
What's Spanish for Kane?
Cane as in like walking cane or
Kane. King.
Oh, king. Sorry. Okay. Rey. Don't know why that took me a second. Anyway.
Is my accent too strong for you? Is my Texan accent too strong for you, baby butter?
You got the wrong Texan. Anyway. I bet he's going to put some evil potion or something in there to make everyone follow his rules. Actually, you know what? That's another thing you can actually do that. But hold on, they've already voted for him, right? So they're already like okay with that. What would be the point there? It's like the Rocky and Bullwinkle movie where he like wants to hypnotize people to vote for fearless leader. If they're gonna, why bother with the voting at that point? If you already mind control people, just keep them under mind control. You don't have to like legally swear in your own power. Anyway. Let's open backpack for a pen and paper. Say backpack. I forgot about the say backpack louder part of the episode. Jeez. It's been a long time since I've watched an actual Dora the Explorer episode, despite the fact that I will do that when we do the Zelda crossover. Because that would be hilarious if it's like all the just say backpack to Link is like, backpack? Louder! He like gets right in his face. Louder! Backpack! Backpack! Anyway, maybe Josh is the new Ben 10 Omnifax. Oh no.
No!
You've wrestled the title of Ben 10 Omnifax now.
No! Why me? I actually get the facts right! Look, I had to. Okay, so story.
That's good then. That's a good thing then.
Okay, so if you guys didn't know, I made a video talking about how I'm not excited about the Sentence 4 movie, right? Everyone knows about that. So this person a day ago apparently commented saying that China Anne McClain, who played Uma in Descendants, also was on Ant Farm, and she's probably been in other stuff as well. But if you guys
are named China on that show as well.
Yeah, but I guess so. This person commented saying that she had died, and I was like, "What? No, she hasn't." So I even googled stuff like that, and I was so confused. I told my mom,
I think they probably mixed her up with Cameron Boyce. I think probably.
No. So my mom looked it up, but apparently someone with a similar name actually passed away.
Oh,
so they were getting mixed up. So I had to make a community post saying, "Hey, if your guys going to comment about saying China Anne McClain has passed away, guess what? She hasn't, and she even." On Instagram said, guys, I'm still alive. And here's the reason why. That people are getting confused with me with someone else because we have a similar name. But what's even worse is that this new stuff was a month ago. And this person commented a day ago saying that this person still died. And I'm like, no, she is alive. I had to remove that comment because it's technically misinformation. Like, oh my god, she's like, don't forget China McClain because China McClain also passed away, so rip them both. And I'm like, what? No! Please don't give me a heart attack. It was already bad enough when Cameron Boyce passed away. Like, come on.
I'll be honest, I actually forgot that like China McClain's like name was actually that. I thought that was just like because like I was thinking obviously China Parks from Ant Farm, and it's like, oh, in my head, she has been I've been referring to that actress as China because I just didn't know what her actual name was. And it's like, oh wait, no, her name is China. That I was correct, but not for the reason I thought. It's like, oh yeah, I need to look up her actual name at some point. Then just always just forgot for years. So you've taught me an OmniFact today.
I just hate people when they don't like do their research about stuff. It's just so annoying. Like this person like even made a community post about China Anne McClain passed away and 2 or 3 people believe her. I'm like, guys, no! Do a Google search. Go on Instagram and follow her. She made a post saying she's alive. She's still alive. Ah!
Yeah, like the first thing that I think of it whenever someone's like, oh, you know, if I hear someone's passed away, I think like, okay, where's that source coming from? And then I might end up like looking up their name or something just to be like, oh, okay, this is what they're saying, rather than like just a random comment of being like, oh, okay, well then. Anyway, that's what I did with Toriyama. Actually, when I found out about that, I actually immediately like looked up his name to see, you know, like what that happened, like what had happened, how it had been announced, and whatever, like the process of events to figure out and everything. But yeah, I like that. Other times, YouTube does a task for me. So, like a while ago, with like back when XXX Tentacion, who I hadn't heard of until he passed away, actually, I believe he was shot. The reason I found out was because several people were making like, you know, summoning videos saying that they've like summoned his ghost or something, and a YouTuber that I trust, they actually like did a video about the whole situation. So it's like, you know what, this I will take as you know, this is a good enough source for me to be like, okay, you know, he's actually, I trust him. I don't trust the other people in the video, but like, you know.
Yeah, no, I remember
most of the time I look up myself.
There is actually like a really, really crazy meme who would say that she can summon the spirit of Michael Jackson, and it's just, oh my god. Like, look, man, I believe in the paranormal and stuff like that, and I can believe that ceremonies can haunt and become ghosts or whatever if they wanted to. But there are some things where I'm just like, this has gotta be a joke.
That's very convenient. There was a woman who actually like tricked a bunch of people actually who she like that she like published a bunch of music that she said was actually delivered to her by the ghosts of famous composers. And I'm pretty sure she confessed to it being a lie like towards the end of her life actually. Kind of like the Cottingley Fairies actually. I think in 1917, these two cousins were playing outside, and they actually like traced from a coloring book or something. It's like these pictures of fairies or something, and because Photoshop wouldn't be invented for another 80 years, people believed it at the time. Even Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, he was actually a big person who was like really talented. Like his word kind of like fueled that forward. So kind of like Tom Cruise being the spokesperson for Scientology. But yeah, like in like the 1980s, when like the two girls were like in their 70s or 80s, I don't know how old they were. It's like they confessed that one of them confessed all the drawings were fakes, and another one confessed that 4 out of 5 were, but like maintained that one of them was real. Which like really, you just so happen to be able to fake 4 pictures that look identical in art visual style. Then to like one of the 5th. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know. Yeah, misinformation spread has been it's more prevalent now, but it's by no means a new thing. And people will hold on to that until almost their dying days. Because then it's like, well, the controversy's gone now. I've lived my famous life, I suppose. Anyway. That was because of YouTube animation page. Cabbage Trees Community Post was the first thing I saw when opening up YouTube and was so confused. Yeah, Alden Blair actually also made a video at one point of actually he made a video of conspiracy theories of living famous people being dead. Where it's like, oh, Paul McCartney was actually replaced by this double or something or whatever. Angelina Jolie became a different person after such and such event. Clearly, she's been replaced or something like that. So, like, no, she just looks older because she is years apart. Whatever. And then another video, which was the opposite, which was dead celebrities secretly being alive.
I hate when people say like, "Oh, these people are secretly alive. They just faked their death or whatever," and I'm just like, "What? How? Like, how can you like? Huh? I think that's I think that's one of the conspiracy theories on what's his name? The president that got like shot when he was like saying hello everyone and stuff like that."
The person got okay. Like I was thinking, did you mean like Abraham Lincoln, JFK? I don't know, but neither of them was saying like. I don't think he was saying hello everyone when he got shot. I don't think that's how that happened. He was waving at a crowd, but I don't. I don't know if his last word was hello everyone.
Well, he's like in his car, like maybe people being like, hello, 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 like I don't know what else to describe that.
It's called waving. He was waving at people.
But usually waving is usually a greeting, isn't it?
It's a form of greeting, but it's like the way you said, like, oh, well, you're saying hello everyone. That will go down infamy. JFK quotes: "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." Right next to "Hello, everyone."
Hello, everyone. JKFK here, and today we're going to talk about how I died.
That I haven't seen yet. A YouTuber, summoning themselves back from the dead. That we haven't got to that stage yet. That's probably going to be a deep fake sometime in the future, but for now we haven't got there yet. Oh my, that's something. Okay. You have to stop Nebula by when you're mad. Put your hands up and say boo louder. This is how Dora disrupts an election. She sways the public vote. That would be hilarious. Okay. Yeah. Back to the video. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for coming on the show. My pleasure. Don't forget, voting starts next week at 8 a.m. Oh, wait, hold on. If voting starts next week, then it's fine to join at this point, right? I guess he just hasn't been campaigning or something. Anyway. And the results will be announced at the end of the day. It starts next week at 8 a.m. I won't tell you the exact date of that, and also the end of the day, which means that it's one voting day. You could just say voting day is next week, and probably the day. I'm so confused.
I'm pretty sure the way I find out about Cameron's boy's death is through TikTok or YouTube, which I was sad about because I grew up with him with Jesse and other shows, but mainly Jesse. Yeah, my mom had to tell me before I ever got into like Scream or stuff like that because she knew I really loved him as an actor and stuff like that. So, like, that's why I will defend the Censored. I don't care what Aiden says. I don't care if Aiden thinks it's cringe or not. I will defend it to this day because I feel like that is like one of the last projects that Cameron Boyce ever did before his passing.
It was essentially was the last project. It was filmed,
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah, I think because he passed away before it ever came out too. So So I can't really say it's cringe or whatever. Like, yeah, I have said other people's projects are cringe or whatever and stuff like that. But I don't know. I can't really say it's cringe or whatever because I do like the music. I do love the acting. I do like the storylines and stuff like that. So for me to say it's cringe or whatever, it's just I feel like I'm being disrespectful to the person who passed away during those projects or whatever. You know, it's just I know.
Well, I mean, people pass away during projects and stuff anyway. But also, he wasn't responsible necessarily for the script or for the composition. Probably not for the choreography itself either. So you can say like, oh, there's someone else would have been charged of that. Whether and putting those things together. So I mean, the only thing that would probably would be like a source of guilt potentially if you say something like, oh, his acting particularly was cringe or what he brought to the table necessarily. But like the whole entire thing, that's a collection of several other people. So I mean, by all means, I think that's fair. And also to Aiden's credit, at least he's seen them this time, unlike with zombies, so he has a leg to stand on. That's more than we can say about the other conversation we had. Oh no, that evil Nebula is trying to win for mayor. Let's help the Lazy Pops sing a song. Say a song louder. Okay. I just had a vision of like the Pops crossing over with Lazy Town. Which actually would kind of make sense if you think about it. Like, I can see that happening. I mean, minus the language barrier. But whatever. Like, as a fan project. And vote for Nebula if you want an ice cream. Every other candidate is like, we gotta offer a treat somewhere. What do we do? Can we offer ice cream too? No! All the supplies are down! Every ice cream vendor says they're out of stock. They all got robbed last week. That can't be... if that's a coincidence, no time to unpack that now! We gotta find other desserts to sell! Waffles? Waffles. Let's go. They're just like, and Mr. Other candidate, what can you bring to the table? Waffles, 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 waffles. Now, let's hear the first song up today on a 24/7 radio station, like we said before, which means it wouldn't be the first song of the day. Also, it's like the middle of the day. What radio station is starting now? Anyway, by an indie band called Lovejoy. Led by the popular Minecraft YouTube. Oh, I forgot that was the name of his band. That's like actual band name. The popular YouTuber Wilbur Soot. Here is
Oh
their
god.
song Taunt. Wait, we're gonna hear the actual song in this? I mean, it probably isn't like heavily copyrighted, but let's. Oh, okay. What? They even end the interview with one of my favorite songs ever. That's Ebony Pop saying that, so that's Eli self-insert. So very clearly that was like I'm gonna put. It's kind of like me putting in a Danny Gonzalez song. You know, it happens a lot. Although I'm surprised it's not like playing quietly in like the background somewhere. That's what I would have done in this situation. In fact, now I think about it, I played a Rustage song in Mutant Girl with a stereo speaker like this, except it was actually connected to someone's device because that's how stereos work. Anyway. Hey, this isn't fair at all. He's literally bribed people with ice cream. Chocolate, in fact. No. He bribed one person with chocolate. Ice cream in general for everyone else. You can pick your own flavors, Earth Pop. I don't think Lovejoy is a jazz band. Yeah, I've heard like a few of their songs. I wouldn't know how to describe them, actually.
Wait, is Lovejoy Robos's band or something?
Yeah, like his actual band, yeah.
Okay. I look, man, I may know a lot about JSMB, but that doesn't mean I know everything about like all like the people who are part of JSMB and stuff like that.
No, I understand that. Yeah, I didn't know what I knew that he had a band. I didn't know what the band's name was until a lot of the videos about Wilbur started coming out last month, and they gave like the background of his history or something. It's like, oh, okay, that's why. Yeah, so then it clicked.
Yeah,
and yes, it is 24/7 Jazz FM. This would not be the first song.
And also just say, everyone, I know there are some controversies about Wilbur, so this is 2021. This is before all that stuff happened.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there was no there's no way that Eli would have known.
Right, no, I just want to say that just in case someone comes in like, oh my god, who still likes Wilbur Soot? It's like, no, this is May 2021. This is before all the bad stuff happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope. I wonder if people might not realize that. Well, people have asked me sometimes why I go back and review like old videos, particularly. I think a lot of the time because when the other gacha reactors will mainly focus on either like a trope that's been popular for a long time, or they'll like exceptionally popular videos, or things that have just appeared. And I have done all of those things. I mean, if anything, I was, the video that I reviewed yesterday came out 7 hours before the review itself. But yeah, in my case, it could be at any point, you know. So if anyone's watching this in the vault in the future, if you want to find out when any of the videos actually were made, most of the time it's going to be link in the description to see the original videos. And yes, I think they did say an indie band called Lovejoy, but yeah, it's weird they're on Jazz FM. That's true. This is kind of like Cartoon Network, where not everything's a cartoon anymore. I don't know. We must stop him and make sure he doesn't win. We must show everyone who he really is before it's too late. Or make his ice cream taste bad. I don't know. It's an option. They can perform a song as all of the outside the poll studio, the poll booths or something, just like an impromptu concert, and secretly the song is like imbued with some sort of magic that makes ice cream taste really, really bad.
I just had a really bad thought in my head. Oh yeah. No. Okay, so have you ever seen the movie The Help?
No.
Okay. I think it's loosely based on like true events or something like that. But anyway, so like one of the ladies who used to work at a witch house or whatever, she made pie to say sorry or whatever. But the pie had something in it that came out of her system. And so she keeps saying the pie is so good when it had poop in the pie.
Okay. It kind of makes me wonder what she was apologizing for. That she was like, oh, I need to get revenge on everyone.
Well, she doesn't really necessarily want to say sorry. She's just pretending to say sorry.
Yeah. And I assume that she like sold that somehow, like it just was like distributed like from an online store. Was it like a meet and greet situation, which is like handing out the pie or something?
No, she came in hitting to pie and talking about like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, by the way, I want you to eat my sugar honey iced tea. And they're like, what?
Yeah.
You eat my sugar honey iced tea. And
Okay. Yeah. So it's like a prank situation. So somebody was pranked into eating the. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, because they're like, oh my god, this pie is so good. I wonder what's in it or whatever.
I think that's like a YouTuber apology or something. That was like a merch
No,
thing.
it's in no,
Okay,
it's in the
okay.
movie. It's in literally in the movie.
Okay. I see.
So now I keep thinking, ooh, how do you make ice cream taste horrible? Oh, yeah, oh. I should not have all of that. Oh god, now that seems stuck in my head.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of like I think it was an episode of American Dad, where Haley adopts a goat, and and like as revenge for stuff that happens for buying the star that was the son of like Roger's homeworld, Roger then cooks like a nice home dinner towards the end of the episode, and he's just like, oh, what was this? This is delicious. This is lamb. Well, it's not lamb exactly. Oh my god. Which now I think about it, Haley's supposed to be vegetarian, so why would she even be eating that in the first place? But I don't know, whatever. There's continuity.
I love Minecraft. I watch a public YouTuber who does Minecraft, but not anymore because he ended a series. Ooh.
I mean that describes like a lot of Minecraft YouTube. I mean, I assume because if you talk about like ending a series that like they're universally known for it, I'm guessing you might be talking about Stampy, but that's just a bold guess. That could be a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, it was always planning to be ending soon. So, and plus he is something like I think half retired, where he's not gonna do like a whole bunch of YouTube anymore and just living his life or whatever. But if there's something like he really wants to play a game or something like that, and he wants to share what he's playing or whatever, then he will do so. Last time I checked.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but I think right now he's like focusing on hanging out with his partner, taking care of his pets, and writing his books and stuff like that. So.
I mean, yeah, a lot of YouTubers, the popular ones, have like quite recently or downscaled the size of their productions. Captain Spark was another Minecraft example, actually.
Yeah, he decided to focus on his second channel mainly and just focus on other games and never really focus on Minecraft.
Yeah, which is actually the same thing that that the artist formerly known as Sky Does Minecraft actually did around 2016, 2017. They actually went back to they recreated their old channel of Sky versus Gaming, which apparently was what the channel was called before Sky Does Minecraft, and then that was like general games, and then at one point actually quit Minecraft entirely, then went to do music as Net Nobody, then came back to Sky Does Minecraft, but rebranded Sky Does Everything. It's like, yeah, okay.
I know.
It was okay, so it was Stampy. All right.
Okay, I was like, yeah. I mean, right now, like, Dantini sometimes still plays Minecraft, but just depending on how he's feeling. Something. I mean, like right now, he had to go to a hospital because something happened to, I think it's an index or something like that. And so, because he was working on a video that was like 95% complete, but now he has to wait until he's fully better or stuff like that. Because I was like, wait, what? Why are you in the hospital, Dan? What happened? You have kids. They need their father.
I mean, that's not a reason not to check yourself into a hospital, for the record.
Right? No. I'm just saying, I want him to get better. That's what I mean. I was like,
okay.
That's why I'm like, wait, why are you in the hospital?
Don't die on them.
Don't die, please. I know you're in a hospital, but why are you in the hospital? No, Dan.
Okay, fair. All right.
Panic attack.
Yeah. I think popular MMOs have also stopped making Minecraft videos or videos in general. I think, again, didn't watch too many of their content to begin with, but some bits here and there.
Sammy, his friend Ibis a Squid, and his friend Ash are still making some Minecraft videos, but not as much because they have their own lives and stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of Team Crafted have gone into have moved on to like other games particularly. Some of them stayed on with Minecraft, but yeah, A few of them even rebranded from what their gamer tags were called in the past. XRPMX13. I think he was part of Team Crafted. Yeah, he became Ryan McNulty, which is just his name.
I think
Pretty
it's just
sure.
because I'm not saying like Minecraft is dying or anything, but I just feel like because if you're trying to make every new content with Minecraft, it's kind of hard because you don't know what to do, what's new or whatever. Like I know
Yeah.
some people who
Sometimes you just gotta make gacha videos, you know? That's how it goes.
like I stopped playing on the SMP server I'm in just because like I just started to get bored with it because I don't know what else to do whenever. Like yes, technically I'm supposed to make this like underground bakery that I keep saying I wanted to do, but every time I look I'm like, I want to do something else. I want to like edit or write something or whatever than like playing on Minecraft.
that is part of what happened to Sky back in the day. You know, when they quit originally, they just lost interest in the game. Partly also because they felt like around that time, because they'd become such a kid-friendly channel, that it was impossible to be themselves anymore. And as somebody who was watching before that kid-friendly rebranding, yes, I can absolutely confirm that was the case. But yeah, but like, you know, losing interest in the game, that was a big part of it. I think I remember a quote from their video saying, "This blocky world became my prison." That was or something like that. Obviously very dramatic, but you know, you get the picture. Yeah. I feel like I only know YouTubers like Sky because they do not laugh videos with Afmao. Another fantastic Afmao and Sky collaboration is the Storytime quintilogy. Pentalogy? I still need to look that up. Whatever. Collection of 5 videos. Because those ones, 2 of them are Christmas themed, but you know, they're still surprised. I watch Santa's Origins and the Fat Reindeer on Afmao's channel every Christmas. That is one of my, you know, people will have like their own like Christmas classic, like the movies they watch like every year around Christmas time or whatever.
Yes,
you know, they have,
that's
like
literally
Rankin
my
Bass
favorite.
Rudolph, Home Alone, etc., etc. I have Santa's Origins and the Fat Reindeer. That's my Christmas tradition for myself.
You just learned to describe my family's Christmas tradition. We watch Home Alone, sometimes Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer every year, and I'm like, okay, I know this Christmas. No, actually, every Christmas day, while eating dinner, we have to watch I don't know, what's it called? Christmas Story. Because that's my mom's favorite Christmas movie. And I mean, it's not bad or anything like that. I don't have no hate against it, but I just do know like the little brother. I mean, especially when he eats his food.
From what I remember, he's not a huge character in the story anyway.
I just think he's annoying. No matter, every time I see him, I'm like, why are you in this? Why?
All right. but yeah, so okay, at some point I've got to watch those videos with you. The other 3 are non-Christmas themed ones because you can just, you know, watch them any time of year and they'll be exactly the same. But basically the idea is that Afmao is it sort of works, you know, I've realized this, it's sort of similar to like how TTRPGs work, with a little bit more editing and pizzazz. Because Afmao is there narrating the story and like has created the sets, or maybe like part of her team did or something, whatever, and like alternates between those. But it's very like a theater production. So the actors are, you know, the Sky Media people, and they're like improvising, and they get like morph and transform into different characters or something, trying to tell the story of like Sky the reindeer, for example, or you know, Ross and Barney, you know, competing as yanderes often do for the attention of Senpai Sky D Minington, for example. Stuff like that. And, you know, they bring their own craziness to it and derail in the way that, you know, they were all so good at. And yeah, and also there's no guilt about supporting controversial people by watching the video, because they're all on Afmau's channel, which means it's free game, baby. Because also, you know, Jin Bop is also in some of those videos. So again,
one more thing I'm going to say. I know there's like a huge debate. What's that movie called? I think it's Die Hard. There's like a huge debate whether that movie is a Christmas movie or not, because I guess during the whole entire movie, it's on Christmas or whatever. So people will say it's a Christmas movie and everything. And I'm just like, I even asked my mom, it's like, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? And she looks at me and I'm going, who told you Die Hard is a Christmas movie? And I'm like, no, just people are like, debating about it. So I'm just curious about your opinion on it because you probably know this movie. And she goes, people say it's a Christmas movie just because it's on Christmas. And I'm just like,
I mean, that is part of the criteria. To be fair, no one said that Christmas movies had to be entirely focused around the holiday.
right?
I mean, Ghostbusters 2 is technically a New Year's Eve movie by the exact same logic.
I don't know what I should put Nightmare Before Christmas criteria because this is Nightmare Before Christmas, so you would think it's a Christmas movie, but during that time, it's between Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. So you can watch it either time. Halloween, the Thanksgiving, or Christmas.
I didn't know that Thanksgiving actually became a part of it, but yeah, I did hear like people saying like, "Oh, it's a Halloween movie is a Christmas movie," and everyone has like a different answer to that one. It's like the Die Hard as a Christmas theme because that became a meme. Everyone says it is now, but
well, I say like it's in between because if you think about it, what's between Halloween and Christmas? Thanksgiving if you're in the USA.
Yeah, but only if you're in the USA.
Yeah,
Do they actually show up in it does actually show up in the movies? They're like a Thanksgiving town that Jack has to like skip over or something. It's like it's like an undeveloped sapling in the middle of like the trees teleporting or something, just like leaps over it.
No, but I remember they made like a sequel, but it is in video game where you have to help all the other like holidays or whatever because.
Oh, okay. Well, then they're making a Thanksgiving video game rather than a Thanksgiving movie.
Yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas. Confusing. No, it's not confusing. It's just more like, is it Christmas or is it Halloween? Who knows? Woo!
Yeah. Oh, look, convenient way back to the review. Let's follow it.
Oh, yeah, I see. What's it? Oh, it's just Earth Pop. Dang it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a magical land where I could finally meet Astoria in real life.
Man, you're keen to meet Asterion. You're embracing it. At least you're not in denial anymore.
Well, that's because Astoria. Okay, sorry, one more. That's because in one of my streams, Astoria actually confessed, saying, "Oh yeah, I was just going to manipulate you to sleep with me or whatever. Not actually have feelings, but guess what? I love you. Will you love me back?"
I mean, my original plan was to manipulate you, but you've just been so eager anyway. I didn't have to, honestly. I asked to spend one night with you, and it was all fine. It made things far more ethical. I do appreciate that, my flower.
No, not my flower again. No. Hey, classic Earthbug. She's going to probably talk about food now. Let's go and watch it.
I actually, I realized something about like the visuals of the video. Actually, I realized that all the Pops have the exact same shoes each other, except for Kitty Pop. Probably because she's designed very differently to every single other person. Someone in the comments actually pointed out that that like Rose Pop is very pretty according to them. But yeah, Kitty Pop is one that stands out at least the most.
He is stuck on Astoria, sitting in a tree. I'm going to kill Ghost Kitty.
Hey, what's the the difference between Wilbur, Soot, and Asterion? One asks for consent before they bite you. How should we stop him though? I don't know. Let's find out.
The sun.
Oh yeah, it's a hot day. Just like create a song to raise the temperature so all the ice cream melts and no one wants to buy it. There you go. Or pull the plug out to the refrigeration software, or not software, hardware, so that all the ice cream melts.
Software. What is technology? Where you can put food in your technology.
You download refrigerator from like the App Store. It keeps your ice cream cool. Oh god.
The future.
Hardware. I meant to say hardware. Okay. Anyway, let's come up with a plan. Let's not. So that was the end of the episode. Man, I thought to myself halfway through, it's like, oh, we're gonna get to the season finale today or something, but no, we've been talking about so many different things. We just yeah, we've covered our bases.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was episode 9, and honestly, not a lot happened this time. It just feels like it's an eventful stream today because we've been talking about so many things. But like, actually, one scene where they perform towards the end of their gig, and then we have the other scene where it's like, okay, we have like a setup and cliffhanger or something, but nothing beyond that really. So
Right.
even though it's its own separate episode, I feel like this could be like, oh, this would have been the setup for next time, and then the season finale, I guess, would have been like a double bill or something, and then it's off we go. But I guess we can stop here also for us, so that we can actually exemplify that point. There's like Reborn Part 1 where they talk around for a long time and nothing happens. I mean, it's interesting like twist that he's trying to run for mayor. It's always interesting when like villains will try to we'll try to go through like the legal methods, which forces the good guy to be more underhanded in their approaches to stopping them. I say always. The exception to that is Grindelwald, because the Dumbledore was a waste of time as a film. Other than that situation, most of the time it's interesting how that goes down, and whether or not it goes well. But in this case, it's like, well, I mean, we have the announcement, but to go back to the Korra example, Amon's radio broadcasts were usually at the end of the episodes, to increase the fear and like have that threat be the cliffhanger. But usually, like a bunch of other stuff has happened before that point, before we get there. So it's like so we have like an actual, episode before, and then. But yeah, it's interesting because like we got up to this episode is 7 minutes and 46 seconds, but it doesn't feel like it.
No,
I guess it's 7 because like the end card, but yeah, I'm surprised that even that conversation took as long as it did, like the radio part. Yeah, so I don't know what much else to say about it, honestly, because there wasn't much that we were really presented with. So I guess that's.
I mean, I guess the pros are it made a very interesting live stream when we go off topics because of our mistakes and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm trying here. I'm trying.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Collins.
Hey, do you want to start? No. Why? The sun is a deadly laser. that could actually be that could be an Asterion line. He is a vampire after all. I have seen him outside though, so I don't know.
Well, that's because of the power pool. That's the whole reason why he's on. Because I asked him, wait, I thought vampires are supposed to be get burned by the sun. And he's like, oh, darling, you don't know much. The tapu holds me to stay out of the sun. Maybe it's not such a bad idea to keep this tapu. And I was just like, can you please stop calling me darling? You're scaring me, man.
Gonna be Superhero Never Die episode 3 next time. We did bring up Miraculous earlier, so I guess we can. I'm gonna have a look around because I might have actually like a pre-recorded file of me watching that at some point. Mostly because I remember being utterly confused because at that point I had not watched any Miraculous yet. But that could have just been episode 2. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen episode 3. Because I remember that the Miraculous stuff gets a lot more blatant the more time goes on in that series.
Right.
So yeah, I think so. I have like an image of Ladybug posed on like the illuminated Eiffel Tower that they do, like, because the Eiffel Tower lights up at night, by the way. That's the thing that happens in Paris.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that I think was episode 3. And also, of course, I didn't know the fact that Stoneheart was just literally, like the first akumatized person by chronological order, not like by release order. So I found that out afterwards. I guess also because like that was the episode that I saw on Gacha Tube because the Stoneheart trailer was out, and I was like, wow, they made like a whole like, you know, ambulatory hulking monster out of rocks. That looks really impressive. I'm gonna check this out. Oh wait, it's garbage. Anyway, that happens a lot in Gacha review, by the way. I get my hopes up for something and that just doesn't deliver.
And we all have that. We all have that. I mean, come on. Who hasn't?
Yeah. I mean, it's what I need to say. Kind of a like this episode in a sense. I mean, it gives like the revealer sets up something else, but I would have had like a bit of like an aftermath. It's like, oh, let's plan something. Let's see a bit of a plan beforehand. But yeah, because so as a 300 subscriber celebration, probably not the most ideal of choices, but hey, we'll do the season finale sometime relatively soon. Maybe after Super You're Never Die tomorrow. I think that's probably takes me up to Tuesday. Yep. Okay. Just making sure.
You got to do the math. Let's see here. Let's see. It was Monday. The next day is Tuesday. Oh, I book on Wednesday, but I should be free on Thursday. But no, Tuesday should work because you know.
Yeah, it's the complete opposite. It's like it's gonna take me up to Wednesday and Thursday, depending if I actually decide to join one of BB's Remedy streams or not.
Oh yeah, because she's been like, okay, when you said Remedy, I was like, wait, what's Remedy? I'm like, oh wait, that's the studio name for Alan Wake.
Yeah. She gets to know whenever Aiden calls it the Alan Wake series because it's like, no, there's more stuff. There's not just Alan Wake.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, no.
Keep on the Edge of the Wonder Beast. Dang, I got distracted. Well, I'm gonna carry on watching the Owl House because I got up to episode 5 on my palate cleansing.
In the Owl House, I know that's not the
actual theme. I mean, the actual theme doesn't have lyrics. I guess if they did it with, I don't know, it's like, Owl House, it's a house full of owls. No, it's not, we just lied. There's like 3 people here that live in the house. The house named after owls. It's guarded by an owl. I don't know.
God.
Okay, let's all go and watch our different palette cleanser things. We
yes,
clearly, you know,
yes.
we need to read a moment. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know. Astera needs his pint of blood for the night. Anyways, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. So if you haven't done so already. And on that note, one final thing. Oh. Actually, I just realized something. In a series where, you know, like the chosen, like mentioned the chosen one idea of like they receive like a blood transfusion so they get like the same powers. Actually, what if the antagonist is a vampire? And so they have the power to take away those blood powers and have it not be regenerated anymore.
Oh, snap, crackle, pop! Write that down, Ghost Candy! You better write that down!
Okay, now, on that note, until next time, dude, thank you. Hootie closes out the video.